As we step into the golden years of our lives, there is a quiet, profound opportunity to shape a chapter that radiates serenity, purpose, and deep joy. Aging is not a mere tally of days but a canvas for crafting a life rich with meaning, where every moment can shimmer with intention. Yet, to fully embrace this season, we must gently set aside certain habits, mindsets, and choices that threaten to dim our light. Below are 5 things to avoid as you grow older, each a beacon guiding you toward a life of peace and fulfillment. Written with the warmth of a friend who's walked a long road. These reflections are for those who wish to age not just gracefully but with a heart brimming with gratitude, wonder, and resilience. First, release the heavy burden of regret. As the years unfold, it's only natural to glance backward, to let your mind linger on moments you wish you could rewrite. A career left unpursued, a friendship that faded, a bold dream tucked away unfulfilled. These can feel like shadows trailing behind you. But to dwell on regret is to chain yourself to a past that no longer breathes, stealing the vibrancy from the present. Imagine regret as a worn suitcase, stuffed with stones you've carried far too long. Each one weighs on your spirit, slowing your steps through a world still bursting with possibility. Instead, try seeing your life as a vast, intricate tapestry, woven with threads of triumph and misstep alike. Every choice, even the ones that stung, taught you something enduring, perhaps patience, courage, or the quiet strength to begin again. Forgive yourself for the paths not taken. They were not failures but lessons, sculpting you into the person you are now, someone with stories to tell and wisdom to share. This release is not a single act but a gentle unfolding. Sit with your memories, not to judge but to understand. Write a letter to your younger self, not with reproach but with gratitude for their dreams, their grit, their heart. Share a story with a loved one, not as a lament but as a bridge to connection, a way to pass on what you've learned. These acts soften regret's edges, turning it from a wound into a wellspring of insight. Your past is not a chain but a foundation, grounding you in this moment where joy awaits. Perhaps in the warmth of a morning breeze or the smile of someone dear. By letting go of what was, you free your heart to embrace what is. Unburdened by yesterday's weight, picture a day where you wake without that familiar ache, where the light of now shines brighter because you've chosen to set the past at rest. Let this practice be tender. Some days, regret may whisper louder than others. That's okay. Acknowledge it. Then choose to focus on today's gifts. A kind word, a favorite song, a quiet moment of reflection. Over time, these choices become a habit, a way of living that honors your journey without being bound by it. The life you've lived is a masterpiece, not because it's perfect but because it's yours. A story only you can tell. As you release regret, you'll find your steps grow lighter, your heart more open to the beauty of each new day. Second, guard against the creeping shadow of isolation. As we age, life can sometimes feel like it's pulling us inward, away from the bustle of the world. Friends may drift to far-off places. Family members juggle their own full lives, and the energy to venture out might flicker like a candle in the wind. It's tempting to draw the curtains, to let your home become your entire universe. But isolation is a subtle thief, dimming the warmth that connection brings. We are made for togetherness, no matter how many years we've gathered. And even the smallest threads of human contact can weave a tapestry of belonging that sustains us through any season. Seek out moments to share, even if they're simple. Join a local group, perhaps one that meets to discuss novels, knit blankets, or tend a community garden. Volunteer your time, offering your stories and skills to those who need them most. If stepping out feels daunting, invite a neighbor for coffee, write a letter to an old friend, or pick up the phone to hear a familiar voice. Technology can be a lifeline too. A video call can bring a loved one's laughter into your living room. No matter the miles between you, these acts are not grand gestures but ripples, spreading joy and meaning far beyond the moment. Loneliness thrives in silence, but happiness blooms in the warmth of shared smiles, shared stories, shared silence. This pursuit of connection requires patience, especially when the world feels overwhelming. Some days, you might crave quiet, and that's perfectly fine. Start small, perhaps by chatting with someone at the market or sending a text to a family member. Each step is a victory, a reminder that you are woven into the fabric of others' lives. Your presence matters, whether it's a kind word to a stranger or a long talk with someone who knows you well. You are never too old to make a new friend, to rediscover laughter, or to feel the comfort of being seen. Keep your heart open, and let connection remind you that you are part of something vast and beautiful. This choice also means being kind to yourself when connection feels hard. There will be moments when solitude calls, and that's okay too. Use those times to reflect, to nurture your inner world, but don't let them become your only world. Reach out when you're ready, even if it's just a small gesture. A single conversation can shift your perspective, like sunlight breaking through clouds. By choosing togetherness over solitude, you build a life rich with relationships, each one a thread that holds you steady through life's changes. Your story is not meant to be lived alone but shared, celebrated, and cherished in the company of others. Third, let go of the urge to cling to material possessions. Over a lifetime, we collect so much. A home filled with furniture polished by years of use, shelves crowded with trinkets, drawers stuffed with mementos from decades past. These things can feel like pieces of ourselves, each one tied to a memory, a milestone, a moment we're reluctant to release. But as we age, holding too tightly to them can become a weight, anchoring us to responsibilities that sap our energy and cloud our peace. A house overflowing with possessions can feel less like a haven and more like a burden, leaving little room for the freedom and clarity we crave. True joy lies not in what we own but in what we live. The moments of love, laughter, and quiet gratitude that no object can hold. Simplifying your surroundings is not about loss but about liberation. Creating space for what truly matters. Pass along cherished items to family or friends, letting them carry new stories into the future. Donate what no longer serves you, knowing it will find purpose elsewhere. This act is a gift, not just to others but to yourself, freeing you from the tasks of upkeep and the weight of clutter. A lighter home fosters a lighter heart, one free to savor a morning spent reading, an afternoon with loved ones, or an evening lost in thought by a window. This process can be slow, even sacred. Sort through your belongings with care, pausing to honor the memories they hold. A faded photograph might spark joy, while a piece of furniture might feel like an obligation. Keep what uplifts you, and let go of what doesn't. If the task feels overwhelming, invite a friend or family member to join you, turning it into a shared journey of reflection and storytelling. As you release what no longer fits, you'll find that your worth was never in the things you owned but in the life you've built. The love you've given, the moments you've cherished. A simplified life is a canvas for new experiences, painted with the colors of presence and ease. This letting go also invites gratitude for what remains. Notice the beauty in the things you choose to keep. A favorite mug, a well-worn book, a quilt stitched with care. These are not just objects but companions in your journey, reminders of what matters most. As your surroundings grow simpler, your heart grows fuller, open to the richness of now. Ask yourself, what do I need to feel at peace today? The answer is rarely a thing but a feeling, a sense of calm and connection that comes from living lightly. By releasing the grip of possessions, you make room for a life that feels like home, no matter where you are. Fourth, resist the temptation to stop learning. The mind, like a river, thrives when it flows. As we age, it's easy to settle into familiar patterns, to assume that the time for growth has passed, that our days of discovery are behind us. But this is a quiet myth. one that risks dimming the spark of our days. Learning is the heartbeat of a vibrant life, keeping us curious, engaged, and alive to the world's wonders. It's not about chasing degrees or mastering complex skills, it's about staying open, letting the world surprise you with its endless gifts. Explore something new, no matter how small. Try a recipe that challenges your kitchen skills. Listen to a podcast about a topic you've never considered. Perhaps the migration of birds or the art of another culture. Read a book that stretches your perspective. Or pick up a hobby, like painting, gardening, or playing an instrument you've always admired. If technology feels like a foreign land, take it one step at a time. Learning to send a message or browse a website with the help of a patient guide. These efforts are not chores but invitations. Doors to new worlds waiting for you to step through. A mind engaged is a mind alive, finding joy in the act of discovery itself. Learning also means embracing the lessons life continues to offer. Reflect on your experiences, not to judge but to grow. Share your insights with others. Perhaps by teaching a skill to a younger friend or joining a group where stories and ideas mingle freely. Every day holds a chance to learn. Whether it's the name of a flower blooming in your yard, the history behind a local landmark, or a new way to see an old challenge. By staying curious, you keep your spirit young, your days filled with possibility. The world is still a vast, wondrous place, and you are never too old to explore it. This commitment to growth can be as gentle as it is powerful. Some days, learning might mean sitting quietly and noticing the world around you, the way clouds shift or the rhythm of a loved one's voice. Other days, it might mean diving into a project, like writing a memoir, studying a language, or sketching the view from your porch. Whatever form it takes, let it be a reminder that you are still unfolding, still becoming. The joy of learning is not in the destination but in the journey. Each step a testament to your resilience and wonder. As you embrace this practice, you'll find your days grow richer, your heart more open to the beauty of the unknown. This pursuit of knowledge also builds bridges to others. Share what you're learning, whether it's a fact that delighted you or a skill you're practicing. Teach someone how to bake your favorite recipe, or listen to their discoveries with an open heart. These exchanges deepen your connections, reminding you that learning is not a solitary act but a shared adventure. By keeping your mind active, you keep your life vibrant, a testament to the truth that growth has no age limit. Let curiosity be your compass, guiding you through a world that never stops teaching. Finally, turn away from the shadow of bitterness. Life, with all its radiance, also brings its share of storms. Losses pile up, dreams shift, and the world can sometimes feel unkind, unjust, or simply indifferent. As we age, these moments can harden into resentment, a quiet bitterness toward others, fate, or even ourselves. But bitterness is a heavy cloak, one that smothers joy and blinds us to the good that persists. It whispers that happiness is out of reach, that the world has taken more than it's given. This is a lie. Peace comes not from clinging to pain but from choosing to release it. To see the beauty that still surrounds you, even in life's hardest seasons. Practice gratitude, even when it feels like climbing a hill. Start with the smallest things. The scent of rain, the comfort of a favorite chair, the kindness of a stranger who held the door. These are not trivial, they are lifelines. Reminders that goodness endures. Write them down if it helps, or share them with someone you trust. Letting gratitude take root in your heart. Forgiveness, too, is a powerful act, not for others but for yourself. It doesn't mean excusing harm or erasing pain. It means refusing to let it define you. Forgive a friend who drifted away, a world that disappointed you, or even yourself for moments you wish you'd handled differently. This act is a key, unlocking a life free from resentment's grip. This choice is a daily practice, sometimes a moment-by-moment one. When bitterness creeps in, pause and breathe. Look for something, anything, that feels like a gift. Perhaps the memory of a moment that warmed you, the sound of laughter, or the simple fact that you are here, alive, and capable of choosing joy. These small acts build a habit, a shield against the weight of old wounds. You deserve a life not of anger but of hope, where each day offers a chance to begin anew, to see the world with eyes that seek light rather than shadow. This practice also invites connection. Share your gratitude with others, whether it's a thank you to a neighbor or a story of something that lifted your spirits. Listen to their joys, their struggles, and let these exchanges remind you that you are not alone in navigating life's complexities. Forgiveness, too, can build bridges, whether it's a conversation that heals an old rift or a quiet decision to let go of a grudge. These acts are not weaknesses but strengths, choices that free your heart to love more fully, to live more deeply. By turning away from bitterness, you open yourself to a life where peace is not a visitor but a constant companion, woven into every moment you choose to embrace. These 5 choices: to release regret, seek connection, let go of possessions, keep learning, and reject bitterness, are not quick fixes but lifelong practices, each one a thread in the fabric of a meaningful life. They ask for patience, courage, and a willingness to see yourself and the world with fresh eyes. Yet with each step, you're not just avoiding what dims your light, you're building a life that shines brighter than ever. Aging is not a fading but a deepening, a chance to live with clarity, intention, and heart. Imagine a morning where you wake with a sense of ease, your past at rest, your relationships alive with warmth, your home a sanctuary for what matters most. Picture yourself laughing with a friend, marveling at a new discovery, or feeling your heart soften as you let go of an old hurt. This is not a distant dream but a life within reach, shaped by the choices you make today. It's not about being flawless but about being present, showing up for yourself and the world with grace and gratitude. As you move through this season, let these ideas settle gently in your soul. They're not demands but invitations, guiding you toward a future where peace is not a fleeting guest but a steady friend. The years ahead are a canvas, yours to paint with colors of joy, connection, and wonder. With every choice to release what weighs you down, you make space for what lifts you up. A conversation, a curiosity, a moment of quiet awe. This journey is yours, and it's far from over. Reflect on what you might let go of today. Perhaps a regret that's lingered too long, a moment of solitude that could be shared, a possession that no longer serves you. Reach out to someone, learn something new, or find a reason to be grateful. The life you long for, one of calm and fulfillment, is not a far-off hope. It's here, in the choices you make, the connections you nurture, the gratitude you cultivate. Take it slowly, dear friend. Each step is a victory, each choice a gift. Let your later years be a testament to the beauty of living fully. Not in spite of age but because of it. Your heart still has so much to give, so much to receive. Step into this season with courage, with openness, and let it be your most radiant yet. A life where peace and happiness are not just dreams but the very air you breathe.